I originally got a Tegeler audio tube recording channel used off of eBay, and that felt like a mixer in a way, because it's the channel. You can do EQ, you can do preamp, and you can do a little bit of compression if you need it. And then I got the VTRC. So some of my preamps do have some really nice EQ in them, and some are just preamps. But I was using different outboard gear like the Warm Audio Tube EQ and their 76 and LA2A with Logic doing the utility I/O thing. And so I had everything plugged into the patch bays under my desk where Logic was on that computer on that side of the room. And then this tape deck happened a couple of years ago, and the Allen and Heath. So you can see some videos on that where I was playing all these different things and recording to tape. But then I decided for this because of the connectivity, and then recently talking to Platinum Baby, it was like, why aren't you doing more things analog before you even get there? You don't have to have so much I/O. You can hook up things and use more of your buttons. It's so cool because I've always wanted to use more of the buttons and knobs and switches because, why have them if you're not going to use them, That's fun. When I went out to France, in the south of France, to study at Mix with the Masters with Greg Wells, I met a whole bunch of folks. We were all really timid, sort of scared, We just thought, this guy does the real thing. This is a real castle. They're going to tell us to go home. Like you don't really know what you're doing. The way so many people do, You don't belong. And he was wonderful to everybody. He gave everybody a lot of confidence. And he said, my song, That Explains the Sky, slayed him. He loved it so much. And then he said he wanted to hear the whole album. So that's on a CD of mine called Night Vision. Of course, it's online, streaming everywhere and stuff. But I really enjoyed writing that song. There's a whole story about it because I was studying with Kate Chadbourne. She plays piano so well. And she said, just play with fifths and see if you can find chords you like. And you have such a great way to write a song. It's like, just find a way to narrow down infinite choices and give yourself something to start with. That's what it is. People don't know where to start. That's why I have my courses and stuff about songwriting and creativity, because it's just so much fun to be us. I want you to have fun doing this. So it was really great to get his validation. I mean, I've been a professional musician all my life, performing with all kinds of bands and touring around and teaching and helping people keep their mind free, so that they can create. I really hated growing up hearing that James Taylor had some emotional issues where he thought he was crazy or something, put himself in a institution for a while. And I thought when I was 14, I love him. I love his music. I love writing songs. Maybe I'm crazy too, maybe all artists are crazy, and I'm like, no, he's not crazy. He's just upset and he needed some TLC and time out, and I didn't believe that for long, I worried for a second, but I didn't believe it for long. And I also don't believe in you have to be a poor musician, Why not allow yourself the freedom to think bigger and to live bigger and to experiment and do what it takes to make your dreams happen? Of course, we all have to work or whatever, but, money does fall out of the sky sometimes. I wanted to make a joke because I have a song called Peaches where it says love can fall out of the sky, but I know sometimes people do win. It would be so great to win a batch of money, wouldn't it? Get some more toys. But you can do a lot, and things have gotten less expensive, and it's so much fun. So yeah, it's one of those things. I think a lot of folks, certainly a bunch of my students, really think there's going to be 10 things you have to do, or the 5 things you have to do, or this is the quickest, easiest way to... they're completely underestimating a lifetime of experimentation and having fun. You know, everything you do adds up, and nothing is wasted, is a Kate Chadbourne quote. And you can't replace playing with all the stuff. You have to experience it and get in there and play with it. It's not about this is how you do it. It's about how do you want to do it. And as they always say, like even with cooking, if it tastes good, it is good. You know, you like what you like. And I like what I like with audio as well. And so do you. So make the sounds sound interesting to you, you know, get it happening. And it doesn't matter if you know the ratio and the compression and the blah blah and the ding and the ding. You know, there's a lot to it, and it's also easier than a lot of people say it is, because again, they're trying to keep you out of the game. You're not a real engineer because you haven't spent 200 hours in a professional recording studio with all the big artists. You're not a real producer because you blah 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 blah. You know, like there's all that sort of nonsense and us and them. And they are definitely in a different class for sure than a lot of us, but we're still having fun and we're still playing with the toys and we're still writing songs and making music. And that's the real thing, not the attitude or the haircut or the cool glasses or the cool clothes or the record contract or the real thing is doing the thing, you know? And thankfully, I've always just been in love with the real thing.